Hi everybody, my name is Mrs. Davis and I'm going to be joining you for the next couple of weeks to do some science learning with you, which I am super excited about. I am one of the teachers at Bishop Oldham's Primary School and I currently work in Year 2, and so I'm really looking forward to doing some work with all of you lovely Year 2s as well. For today's lesson, we are going to be looking at animals, actually for the next 5 lessons. So for this week, we're going to be looking at all to do with learning about animals. Now, for this lesson today, I think you're going to need to use lots of your prior learning and all your previous learning. So learning that you will have already probably done in Year 1. Which is fantastic because all that's doing is it's bringing all that lovely knowledge back to the surface. So some of you might be super experts at that, which is fantastic. Okay, and for some of us, it might just be a little reminder. For others, it might be brand new, but that's okay too, because we're all working and learning together. So for today's lesson, I wanted to just start off, as it's a little bit of a get to know each other, with a bit of a warm-up activity. Well, it's not really an activity, it's more, I just want to introduce to you, as we are doing all about animals, I want to, there it is, that one, I want to talk to you today about my favourite animal to start off with. So this is my favourite animal, it's an elephant. And there are 2 different types of elephants. There are African and Asian elephants. Now, I was lucky enough to, when I was traveling, to actually go to an elephant sanctuary. And I got to give an elephant a wash, and I got to feed them and spend lots of time with them. So for that reason, elephants are very much my favourite animal. Now, I wanted to share a few little facts about elephants. Some that I learned, like I say, when I was at the elephant sanctuary, and I'm sure, as you do with your favourite animal, sometimes you just know very random, interesting facts about them. So I thought I'd share a few with you today. So the first one is that elephants can smell water up to 12 miles away. Now, I thought this was pretty impressive because I didn't really realise that water had a smell, but clearly it does to an elephant. Number 2, elephants can get sunburnt. And so they protect themselves with sand. So they use their trunk and they throw the sand up onto their backs, and they protect themselves like that rather than, rubbing in sun cream like we do. Let me just get rid of that for a minute. There we go. Elephants are scared of bees. Hands up here, who's a little bit scared of bees? No, I'm not too bad actually. I don't like wasps, I have to say, but bees are okay. But elephants are scared of bees, which is funny if you think about these massive, great big elephants, because they are huge. And then these tiny, teeny little bees. However, we all do realise that bees can cause quite a nasty sting. So I'm sure the elephants do as well, because they're very clever elephants. Elephants normally only sleep 2 to 3 hours each day, which again, I just found really surprising and very shocking. And I don't think I would be very good if I only had 2 to 3 hours sleep each day. In fact, I think I'd be very cranky. An adult elephant needs 160 litres of water every day. Now, this just shows just how big they are, because an adult human, we are recommended that we drink 2 litres of water a day, and an adult elephant needs 160, so that's quite a few more, isn't it? And finally, female elephants carry their babies for 2 years before they are born. So they carry them and they do lots of growing in the elephant, inside the elephant, and then they are born. Okay, so again, that's a long time. If you put it in comparison to a human, we carry babies for 9 months, so not a year, because there's 12 months in a year. So, but they carry it for 24 months, because that's 2 years. So they carry them a lot longer than we do. So there is a little bit of an intro into my favourite animal. Now, if you would like to, guys, this would be a lovely activity for you to start off with and do. You could either tell somebody at home, or you could do it on a piece of paper or your exercise book, if you've got one. And you could just literally put your favourite animal, the name of it, or do a little drawing if you like, and then a couple of facts round it. I think that I know that as I would love to read all about that. My class's favourite animals, so I'm sure your teachers would too. So if that's something that you would like to do, feel free to pause the video now and give that a go. Okay, welcome back. So I'm really pleased if you've had a go at that, but no worries if you've just carried straight on with into our learning. So today we're going to be identifying common animals and sorting them into groups. Now, identifying basically just means finding, figuring out almost. Common animals and sorting them into groups. So we've got certain groups that these animals fall in. Now you might be able to name some of these animals. That's great if you can. If you can't, that's okay too. So for today's lesson, you will need, please, a pen or a pencil. Preferably a pencil for something that I need you to do at the end. A paper or exercise book. So again, if you've got an exercise book, that's fantastic, a learning journal, or if you've just got some paper, that's also brilliant. And a ruler if possible. It doesn't have to be, you could just try very hard to do your very neatest lines if not, but a ruler if possible will be fantastic. So I'd like you to pause the video, please, if you need to, and go and get those things. Brilliant, well done, guys. Okay, so we're going to jump straight in today, and these stars are some special words. Now, I'm not going to tell you the meanings of these words because we're going to find these out as we carry on through our learning. But I just wanted to introduce and just check that we know how to read them. So the first one up here, we've got the word mammals. Okay, mammals. So a bit of a funny word, but that is one of the groups of the animals that we will be looking at. Another group that we will be looking at is reptiles. Okay, you can split that word up into two, really. You could sound that out. We've got rep and then we've got tiles there. Okay, reptiles together. And this last one up here, you might want to say after me, repeat after me. So it's a bit of a tricky one. You've got the f sound there. Okay, we've got amphibians. Can you say it? Amphibians, brilliant, well done, guys, super job. So these are going to be 3 out of the 6 animal groups we're going to be looking at. I think you will have heard of the other ones, so I didn't need to introduce them to you, but these might be some new words to you, so it's just to say and to check that we are all good on reading them, so super job, well done. So let's start off with our mammals. Now, mammals usually have hair or fur. Okay, mammal babies are born alive. Oh, now we spoke about that with my favourite animal earlier, didn't we, with elephants? Yeah, so they carry their babies inside and then they're born and that baby is alive. Okay, the mothers feed their babies milk. And this is an interesting one. We are mammals. But I thought we were humans. Well, we are, but humans are mammals, okay? So we've the human species. Species is a type, a group, another sort of group, but it's another word for almost like a group. It's a species, okay? And we're a human species, but the human species are a mammal. And if you think about it, we do have hair, don't we? Okay, some people have more hair than others, all right? You may well have a baby brother, sister, or a cousin or something, and also or known people, but you will have seen that humans carry their babies, don't they? And then they are born alive, sometimes very noisily. They cry lots, babies, sometimes. And that mothers feed their babies milk. Okay, so all of those are true for us, aren't they? Now I want you to have a little look here. I've got 2 examples of other mammals. So we're obviously mammals, elephants and mammals. I've got here a lion and a zebra. I always have a little think about what the similarities and differences between these 2. If you've got someone to chat to at home, you could talk to them about it. If you wanted to write any down, you're very welcome to, but pause the video there and have a little think, write or share with somebody about the similarities, so things that are the same, and any differences, things that aren't the same between those 2 mammals. Okay, great job, guys. I'm sure you've come up with lots of similarities and differences between a lion and a zebra. Although they are both mammals and they do both have fur, there are going to be some differences, aren't there? We can see that there's differences because of the way they look. Okay, just like with humans as well. Right, so our next one, we're moving on to reptiles. Okay, so we've got reptiles. Now, confession time. I'm slightly scared of snakes. Actually, I'm really scared of snakes. I'm very scared of snakes, but it's okay because they do fall into the reptile category and there's not actually a snake here, so I'm okay, it's just a picture. They are fascinating creatures. I think they're amazing, but I am slightly afraid of them. So we've got reptiles though. So reptiles live in the water and on land. All right, so that's a difference, isn't it, from mammals, because mammals live on land. They have scales and they are cold-blooded. Now, mammals are warm-blooded, okay, whereas reptiles are cold-blooded. And if they're cold-blooded, it means that they cannot keep themselves, they can't keep warm by themselves. They need to be in a warm place. All right, and we'll do more of this, and we'll look more of this about when we talk about our habitats and where animals live and why they live there. But it's really important that we remember that reptiles are cold-blooded, whereas mammals are warm-blooded. Mammals can live in different places because we are warm-blooded. We don't need to always be in a warm place. Okay, so they lay their eggs on land. So they don't, again, and there's another difference, isn't it, between mammals and reptiles. They don't give birth to live young. They're not giving birth to a live snake, a live lizard, okay? They lay an egg and then that egg hatches and then you've got a baby lizard, a baby snake. Again, we will look more about animals and their babies and their offspring, which is another word for babies, in a later lesson. So again, what I'd like you to do is pause the video here and have a little, like I say, think, write down or share the similarities and differences between what we've got here, which is a snake and a lizard. Brilliant, well done guys. Again, I'm sure you've got some fantastic similarities and differences there. So, this next one, can you remember what it's called? Brilliant, well done. Amphibians. Yes, we've got an amphibians here. So amphibians live on land and in water. So they live both. So reptiles, you've got, they live on land and in water. Okay. They lay their eggs in water. Oh, where did reptiles lay their eggs? Should we go back and check? Oh, they laid them on land. So these amphibians, this group of animal, they lay theirs just in the water, all right? So they also lay eggs though, don't they? So not like mammals, they lay eggs as well, like reptiles. So that's a similarity between amphibians and reptiles. Right, so we've got a frog and we've got a salamander here. And again, pause the video and think, write or share, however you'd like, any similarities and differences between these two amphibians. Brilliant, well done guys, fantastic job. Again, I bet you've got some fantastic ideas there. And let's have a look at what our next group of animals are going to be. Insects. So we've got some insects now. Now insects have 6 legs. Their bodies are made up of 3 parts and some have wings. They lay eggs. So I've got 2 here for you to have a look at. I've got butterflies and I've got a ladybird, okay? What are the similarities and differences between them? I want you to pause the video now and have a go at that. Brilliant, fantastic guys, well done. I just noticed another thing as I was going through here. Insects lay eggs as well. So now we've got reptiles, we've got amphibians, and we've got insects that all lay eggs. Oh, what was the ones that give birth to live young? Can you remember? Well done. Yeah, it was mammals. Fantastic. Right, our next one, we've got some birds. So I'm sure you've all seen birds. I've got, again, 2 examples here. We've got some penguins and we've got a mandarin duck, which are beautiful colours, okay? Birds have beaks. They have a beak, don't they? And wings and lovely feathers. And they also have 2 legs. Okay, they lay eggs as well. Oh my goodness, they all lay eggs. Again, I'd like you to pause the video, do your similarities and differences between what you can find with penguins and a mandarin duck. Pause it now. Hi guys, welcome back. Okay, so penguins and mandarin duck, similarities. I was looking at that thinking, I don't know. But then I did come up with something and I thought, oh, there's got to be a similarity. They can both swim, can't they? So that is definitely one similarity between them. So our last group is we've got fish. So fish live in the water. They have fins instead of legs and gills instead of lungs. So we have lungs, other animals have lungs. Lungs are what help us breathe, which is a really important process of us living. And again, we'll learn more about that as the week goes on. And they lay their eggs in water. Okay. So, another lot of eggs. So that's all of them apart from mammals that lay eggs. So here, again, we've got 2 types of fish. I would like you to pause the video again and do your similarities and differences. Brilliant, guys. Welcome back. Yes. I mean, I would like to say that you can probably see that they look very, very different. Fish are fascinating, I think, because they do all look very, very different. But they are also very similar. Like you say, we've got our gills instead of lungs. They breathe. You can't actually see any of the gills, I don't think, on these photos. Oh, you can there. Very, very faint, but just about. You see these they look like little slits on his body. They're actually gills, and they're what help them breathe. Help fish breathe, sorry. Okay. And instead of those legs, they have these fins. All right. So fantastic job, guys. So we've got our 6 animal groups. Do you remember them? Can you do them with me? Or let's start. So we've got mammals, we've got reptiles, we've got amphibians, we've got insects, we've got birds, and we've got fish. Brilliant job. Fantastic. So what type of animals are these? Let's have a go. And what would be really, really, really impressive as well is if you could not only tell me what type of animal it is, what group it comes into. Is it a mammal? Is it a reptile? Is it a bird? But also maybe why you think that. That would be amazing. So what about these lovely little lion cubs? What do we think they are? I'm looking at them, I'm thinking, oh, what are they? They've got fur. That gives me a bit of a clue. Oh, what was the animal group where they had fur? Oh, I know. Mammal. Yes. Well done if you got that. I'm sure you did, probably a little bit quicker than me. Right, this next one, we've got this beautiful wolf. Okay. Oh, again, fur. Sat in snow though. Must be a bit chilly. Oh, I wonder if it's got that warm blood as well as the fur to keep it warm. So I reckon it could be a mammal again. Do you reckon I'm right? Do you reckon it's a mammal? Let's go for it. Yes, well done. Right, what about this next one? Oh, we've got a frog. Oh, what do we remember about frogs? I'm sure he came up. Oh, I think he might have been in that tricky word one. What was it called again? Amphibians. Yes, well done. They lay their eggs in water, don't they? Oh, right, I know this one. It's got a beak. It's got feathers, it's got wings, so it's got to be a bird. Yes, falls into our birds category, doesn't it? Oh, right, that is a very, very scary shark. Look at those teeth. Wouldn't want to get caught up in that, would you? Right, what do we reckon this is? Well, he's in the water. I think I can see some gills there, and I can't see any legs, so I'm going to say he's got to fall into the fish category. Yeah, fantastic. I bet you did a super job on that. So now it is your turn, okay? What I'd like you to do is have a go, please, at drawing a table just like this one, all right? Like it's got 6 columns. okay, that go down. And on each column, you can put a heading of each of the animal groups. So we've got mammals, we've got reptiles, amphibians, insects, birds, and fish. Okay, so I'd like you to draw a table like that and put your headings on there for me. Remember to do it nice and beautifully and neat, just like you would in any of your normal exercise books. Okay, pause the video and do that now for me. Brilliant, guys. Was that all okay? Fantastic. I bet you've done an amazing job. So now you've got your table, I want you to look at these animals, lots of them, and I want you to put them under the correct heading. So where would this clownfish, give me the answers then quickly. Where would this clownfish go? What heading would it go under? Okay, so you can pop that in whichever heading you think it would go. Same with the ladybird, same with the chimpanzee. He's a bit of a cheeky chimpanzee if you ask me. All right, so I'd like you to pause the video. I want you to have a good look at those animals and put them into under a heading, please. And then we'll come back together once you've finished that, unpause the video, play it again, and we can go through the answers. Pause it now for me and have a go. Welcome back, guys. Fantastic job and well done. Okay, so shall we have a go and have a look at the answers, see how many we got right? It doesn't matter if we didn't get them all right. There was definitely one that I had to have a good think about. So if you do get one that you've put into the wrong heading, it really doesn't matter. If you are going to mark along, that's absolutely fine. Just do a very neat little line through it or a little cross next to it and put it in the correct heading. Okay, shall we have a go and have a look? Right, so in our mammals, under our mammals heading, we should have chimpanzee, tiger, kangaroo, panda, dog, and this was the one that I had to have a real good think about, a dolphin. Now, a dolphin is actually a mammal, because at first I thought it would go in the fish category. Under the fish heading, I thought it would be, and it would fall into the animal group of a fish, but it's actually not. A dolphin is a mammal. It's actually warm-blooded. Okay, so if that's not in your mammal heading, please don't worry. It is very tricky. So again, you could just add it in there. Right, in our reptiles heading, we should have crocodile, snake, and lizard, all cold-blooded animals, all quite scaly. In our amphibians, we should have a frog. In our insects, we should have ladybird and butterfly. In our birds, we should have that beautiful eagle. And in the fish, we should have clownfish and shark. Well done, guys. I bet you did absolutely amazing at sorting those into their correct groups. Now, I've got a couple of challenges for you if you wanted to carry on and have a go at these. So, can you add any more examples to the table? Could you maybe add any more mammals or add any more amphibians? The amphibians and birds is looking a little bit empty, isn't it, in comparison? Maybe you could add in a few. Maybe you've got some animals at home, some pets, or things that you've maybe in your garden, and you want to add them in, okay? Please, please do. That would be wonderful. Also, what about taking a couple of those animals from a heading or a couple of headings and take one and explain why it's in that group? So, for example, a crocodile is a reptile because, really good word there, because it lives in the water and on land and it lays eggs. It is also cold-blooded and has scales. Okay, so that's telling me everything about why a crocodile is a reptile. Right? So you might want to do an example. So you could, if you really wanted to impress, you could have 6 sentences with an animal from each heading and explain why it's in that group, animal group. So guys, if you do want to do that, that's wonderful. Please pause the video now and have a good go at that for me. Okay, well done and welcome back. If you have had a go at the challenge, I am super proud of you. I know your teacher will be also super proud of you. If you haven't, just fantastic job for today's lesson, guys. Well done. Please, please, please know that I will be back with you tomorrow and we will be doing some more learning all about our animals. And I'm very, very much looking forward to seeing you then. Take care and well done. And I'll see you tomorrow.